Yeah. Let me get going here. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's well. Let me make sure my keyboard's working. Can you guys see messages and stuff in the keyboard? Hopefully so.
The perfect flush of mushrooms.
Okay, sweet.
Starts with the perfect growing system.
All right, we're in business. Hello, everybody. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream for no particular reason at all. I just been, well, yeah, I guess a couple reasons. I've been busy with the cabin build and working and filming and blah, blah, blah. So that's what I've been up to. So how many? Oh, we got 40 something people on here already. Well, I'm gonna crack my drink here and kind of catch up with you guys, not fizz this all over my computer. And I'm gonna take you guys out and show you the cabin here in a second to show you where I'm at. Obviously YouTube is not super up to date, so the videos you guys see coming out are usually, I'd say like 2-ish weeks behind, because I have to offload all the footage and edit everything and produce it, upload it, and then you guys see it. So the cabin's actually a lot further along than what you saw in the last video. So if you stay tuned here, you're gonna get to see what's going on. It's pretty sweet. Anyhow, I had like a list of stuff I want to talk to you guys about. First off, I'm in the middle of building this thing right now, and I ran into some pretty big things that popped up that I wasn't expecting financially for it. I've got to remove some power lines that are on my land, and the power company should have removed them, but they're not going to pay for it. They say they have like a prescriptive easement, So I'm dealing with that right now. So that was an unexpected chunk. But if anyone does want to donate to this whole shenanigans, this whole clown show, you can go to my, I think I put my Venmo in the link up there, but would be much appreciated. Anything you can contribute to help this cabin thing come together. And obviously I'm filming it all for you guys. So yeah. So you guys want to see it? Let's go for a walk. The reason I was looking a little bit late to the live stream, I missed my tripod head that holds my camera, so I was like looking around trying to find a place to put it really quick. You guys around really quick. How do we do this? Woohoo! All right. So it is currently absolutely pissing rain. It has been raining almost every day of this project. There's the truck house out there chilling. And if you guys haven't seen this is the 16 by 20 cabin I built with my dad back in 2018. And this is where the truck house came from. All the leftover wood we used to build this house is how I built the camper. So if you're freaked out thinking I'm building a house, I'm not going to be adventuring. That's the furthest thing from the truth. Still doing it. So this is the rental, and this will be for rent once I finish building the cabin out there. It's not huge, but it's nice and cozy. Anyway, never mind the mess. Let's go show you guys the situation out there. I think the parakeets are upstairs right now, chilling. Let's see here. I'm going to be really careful. I should be wearing my ankle brace right now, but we're just going to be careful with it. You know what? That's not smart. Hold on one sec. Let me put my ankle brace on. I'm going to be an idiot. If you guys haven't kept up with it, I rolled the ever-living crap out of my ankle the other day, and about 2 weeks ago, so it's just now getting to where I can walk around on it if I'm really careful. And yeah, it's been a pain for building and stuff, but it is what it is. Sorry, trying to do this with one hand. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys down for a second. Right there. Does that work? But anyway, I was stepping off a ladder onto a 2x4, and I rolled it really bad. I haven't felt ankle pain like that ever in my life. It hurt more than when I broke my back almost. So I hit the ground pretty hard. I had to take about half a week off building, and I was on crutches for a little bit. But now we're back in business, so that's what's going on with that. And I'm sorry, I'm not able to see comments too much for a little bit here, but you guys keep on commenting, and I'll check them out later. All right, let's go see what we got going on. Oh man, it's just pouring right now. Let's go downstairs. All right. So back up here so you guys can kind of see from far away. So here's the truck house there. Here's the rental cabin I built with Dad in 2018. This is my main house, which will be attached to it. The reason I'm attaching the main house to the rental is because I have to. They have to be connected. So technically it's like a super funky duplex, you could say. So it is just myself and my buddy Sam building this place. We have no other help, just two of us. And Sam's business is called Ridgetop Builders. And he's been a contractor for about 2 years. He just started the company, but he's been building his whole life. He's been awesome to work with. Super cool dude. I being with him and stuff in the winter. But this is where we're at so far. So let me walk around to the other side so you guys can see it. Maybe I'll step back here. This is why I put the ankle brace on. Ooh. Can't do any rolling. Ugh. There it is from afar. So you're looking at the living room up there. You can see the mountains right back behind it. Sorry about the shaky camera. I'll show you guys the outside and the front really quick too. And I'll take you guys inside and kind of show you what's going on. There you go. Pretty neat. So what you're looking at is the first two levels. It's going to be, I guess, technically 4 stories tall because we have to do the third level, which is going to be the loft. And then on top of the loft, there'll be a rooftop deck. I'll show you guys the plans when we go inside just so you can visualize a little bit better. Ooh. All right, let's go inside. Getting soaked out here. So this is the garage when you walk inside. So you got a garage door right here. I zoomed out all the way. Yep. And a couple of windows, so it's nice and light in here all the time. And over here you have the downstairs bedroom, currently getting soaked. You come up 3 steps. And here's the downstairs bedroom again. It's a lot bigger than it looks. It's like 15 by 13 and nice big windows, big 4-foot windows. So get a whole bunch of light in here. Pretty cool. Yes, it does. It kind of matters if the wood's getting wet, but there's nothing. This has been the rainiest summer in Alaska since I've been up here 21 years. It's been horrible this summer. So stuff has been getting wet. We've had 3 days of sunshine the entire build. So this is kind of the hallway landing area, the stairs, nice and roomy. So this is where all the appliances and stuff like that will be, maybe a spare bedroom. And let's go for a walk up here. One cool thing about the stairs is I'm gonna have a whole bunch of light coming in all the way up, all 4 levels. So you'll be able to see pretty good. This is where it's attached to the rental cabin, or going to be attached. I'm gonna tie that in later. And walking up here, this is the bathroom. So this is the main floor. When you walk in, you get a bathroom here. It's like 8 by 8, and it actually pops out from the rest of the house. Can't really see it, but kind of pops out a little bit. Get all this water. Nice bathroom window. And walk out of the bathroom, and this is the living room space and the kitchen space. Oh my God, look at all that water. I need to drill holes in the floor to drain it through. But anyway, the kitchen is gonna run all along the wall here. Have a big island right there. And the living room is gonna be all up in here. huge windows, 6 foot by 6 foot windows, basically all around the front living room. Wood stove in the corner, maybe a little swing arm TV or something. Have 1 couch, 2 couch, 3 couches, so plenty of space. And this is where you walk in from outside. So we're gonna build like an Arctic entry over here on this side. And that's what we're doing Monday this week. Gonna have to build like a deck that's like 14 feet tall, an Arctic entry out here, and a whole covered stair system. I'll show you in the plans, it's pretty neat. And also gonna be doing a rock arch right there when you walk into the cabin. It's gonna be pretty cool. But you can already tell this is just the second floor of the house. So the second floor is already as tall as the roof of the rental cabin. So the third floor is gonna go up another 8 to 9 feet. And then on top of that, the rooftop deck. So it's gonna be an incredible view out here. I'm super stoked. You can't really tell right now, but here's like the kitchen sink window. Pretty epic mountains and stuff up there. Anyway, that's what's going on. Look at all this water. It's bad. All right, let's go back downstairs. I'm getting soaked. So like I was saying, if you guys are just tuning in, these videos on the cabin build are about 2 weeks behind because it just takes me a long time to edit it. It's a ton of footage to go through. It's also really hard to like film and build at the same time, as you can imagine. But she's coming along. Let's go head back in. Man, I just hope it stops raining this next week, just for a little bit. It'd be nice. I apologize if the camera's bouncy. This is the rental cabin. You guys have probably seen this already, but I'll step back here so you can see it. And you can't really tell right now, but the wintertime, the ocean is like right there. So I'm basically the closest house to the ocean, and the river's right over there. So it's a sweet spot. But there's the lot. And hopefully if all goes well, this rental will be available. I'm probably just gonna Airbnb it for a while to help me pay the mortgage and all this stuff. But it is coming along, hoping to have it dried in about another month and a half if all goes well. All right, I am soaked. Let's take this thing back off. Yeah. Sorry, I've been missing everyone's comments. Catch up with you guys in a second here. Ooh. All right. Flip the screen back around. Did I lose everyone? Oh no, we still got people watching. It's crazy. Let me clip this phone back in. You guys give me a second here. Thank you for being patient. I'm missing my little camera piece that I usually do my live streams with, so it's hard to find a way to hold this phone up. I think that'll stay. You guys still see? Sweet. All right. Oh yeah, sorry, the quality is horrible here. This is a classic Alaska cell phone service. It's usually pretty bad. So I'm gonna show you guys kind of the plan so you can kind of see what the place looks like. So there's that front side with that deck I was talking about. So you guys can see here that little smaller deck with the Arctic entry right there and a big roof covering all the stairs going up. That's what's going on there. And what you guys saw out there was just to right there. So I'm gonna go up a whole nother story. And then the roof is like 2 feet thick. It's like a cupcake up there. It's pretty thick. And on top of that is a rooftop deck and a tower. So it's gonna be like 41 feet in the air. And yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's gonna be connected to that rental. So it's gonna be a super crazy looking building. All Dr. Seuss-like. Here's the other side of it out there. Another idea. I'll show you one more page here. Different sides of it here. This is out on the main street where you can kind of see. Yo, Dallas, appreciate the shout out, man. I will save it for the next 2x8 board I'm gonna buy. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, if you guys saw that, I am doing a fundraiser. I'm going to be pretty short on the funds to finish this cabin. Actually, in all reality, I got as much of a loan as I could, and I'm just going to get it dried in this year. That's what I'm shooting for. So we're going to make it happen, though, either way. But yeah, this is the building, so that's kind of what's going to be going on, and it's connected to the rental if you're just tuning in. So pretty neat. And then probably what I'm going to do instead of just rent it out is I'm going to Airbnb it. So you could actually fly up to Alaska on your vacation and Airbnb the place, and which is this, the Airbnb right here. And it'll be a lot cleaner by then, I promise. I'll get it all cleaned up. But anyhow, that is the situation. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the power lines too. Maybe I can do it in the bedroom over here. Hold on one second. Let's see, I'm gonna bring you guys in here. It's gonna be dark for just a second here. Can you see the power lines? Ah, you kind of can. Here we go. Let's see. Yo, Skeeter Girl, appreciate that shout out. I will buy a 2x6 board. Yeah, basically any cash you guys send, I'm gonna be using it to literally, let me spin you around here. So I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna zoom in. There it is. See that power line right there? You can't see the other ones, or can you? Yes, there they are. So those power lines right there are like literally 7 feet away from the cabin. So they're gonna be in the way of building the house, which sucks. So what the deal is, the power company, those power lines are on my land and they're not supposed to be on my land, but they've freaking been there for like 30 years. So I can't really do anything about it. They're making me pay to remove them. And I'll tell you one thing, it is not cheap. Really sucks. I was not expecting to have to remove power lines and install more power poles and stuff, but I don't have a choice. So anyhow, it's hence some of this live stream. Hold on one second, I'm gonna hook you guys back into the system here. Right on. Alrighty. How's the quality, guys? It looks like it's dumping rain here and I'm running off my cell phone service right now, so I imagine it's not that great. Looks all glitchy in the computer down here. So I'm gonna jump into some comments down here really quick. Sorry I haven't been able to read them on the phone. I only get like one comment at a time. So let me run back up here. So if you guys have any questions about the cabin or the build or whatever, you can drop them down here. I'll try to answer some stuff for a few minutes, and then I'll move on to the next subject I was going to talk to you guys about. Chuck T says, glad you're making progress. Yeah, man, just one stick at a time. Like I said, my buddy Sam is the only one helping me with this project. So it's literally just me and him. A lot of you guys know my dad was going to come up, old Pops, to help out with the build, and his back is just really messed up. He's been getting like MRIs and going through some health issues right now. So he's going to wait until we hit the interior stuff. He's going to come up and help me with like the plumbing and electric and stuff like that. So yeah, it's literally just me and Sam building the place. So it's taking a little longer than we thought. And I think Sam lost one of his construction, he had like a framing crew, and basically 2 of the people in the framing crew aren't able to really help too much, so it's just me and him. Anyway, we're expecting to hopefully be dried in about a month and a half, if all goes well. And if you don't know anything about construction, dried in is like windows, doors, everything's waterproofed and closed in, like the house is sealed. So that's where we're gonna be. Then if I can afford it, I'm hoping to be able to do siding so I don't have like Tyvek flapping around all winter, if all goes well. So let's see. J Ram says, every time I watch you, I think about your license plate. Why rent? Need to figure out a way to get out of my apartment. Yeah, man, I don't know. If you guys don't know about the license plate on the truck, so before I owned the truck house, I used to full-time in a Toyota camper. It was like a little 4-wheel drive camper, and I did that for like 6 years, driving around Anchorage and literally parking in like a new spot every night. In fact, if I'd open up the closet door of my RV, the Toyota RV, and on the wall, I had written down like 75 odd places to camp in Anchorage, just spots I knew about that I didn't share with anyone. And whatever side of town I was on at the time, at nighttime, I would just look at my little list there and just go to that spot so I didn't have to think about it. But anyway, I sold that Toyota camper, and that was my deal with myself. I get tired of renting stuff and having to move. So I told myself I would buy a camper and live in that until I could afford to build this house. So I saved for about 6 years to build this with my dad. So a lot of people think I'm a trust fund kid or something, but it's furthest thing from the truth. But anyway, that license plate from the toy camper was why rent, and I took that same license plate when I sold the car, and now it's on my or when I sold the camper, I took that license plate. It's on the truck now. So that's the story behind why rent. Which I guess technically I'm still living the truth because I'm not renting. So there you go. Michael Taylor says the quality is off and on. Yeah, man, it's this is like Alaska cell phone service. It sucks. I do have Starlink, which works great sometimes, but it's still not very good in Alaska either. It still has problems, especially when it's raining. Like, this is pretty bad. So let's see. Michael Klein's asking what kind of backup heat. So in the rental house, I don't have any backup heat really. It's just natural gas heaters, kind of like a Toyo, like an oil style stove. And those work great. Super comfortable in here and super cheap. It's a really efficient little cabin to live in. But the main house that I'm going to be living in next door, it's going to have a wood stove in the main level. So I'm going to use that to kind of cut the heating cost. And then I've got radiant in-floor heating. If you guys look back a couple of videos, you'll see where I actually laid the in-floor heating pipes in the foundation. And so that's going to be heating it. And I'll also have some of these natural gas heaters in there too. So it'll have like 3 different ways to heat it. Let's see. Dan Morin's asking if I connect both cabins. Yes, I do have to do that. Originally, when I bought this land, I used to raft guide across the ocean from here in 6 Mile Creek. And my boss, I don't know, I looked for a long time in Girdwood for property. And I would kind of like, nothing for sale, but I'd just get on like, I think just on the internet where you can just research property IDs and stuff and look around at different parcels that looked empty in satellite. And I found this one, and then found out that my raft guide boss owned this property, and I kind of talked him into selling it. So that's how I got this piece. But when I applied for the permit to build, I knew I wanted a rental, or else I wouldn't be able to afford what I'm on right now. There's no way. Like, if I don't rent this, if I didn't build a rental house, I wouldn't be able to afford the house. So that's the whole reason behind the double, like my house and the rental. And when I applied for that permit with the Muni, it's technically a duplex, even though it's like 2 separate cabins. So that's what's going on. So I do have to connect them technically because it's a duplex permit. So sorry, it's a long-winded answer. Red Base says he's going to start at the beginning. Sounds good, man. We'll see you at the end. Steve's saying, what up? Awesome build. Can I get you up to Talkeetna next year to help build our cabin? I don't know, man. I might be done for summer after this. I tell you one thing, man. I don't know. Just working my tail off every day out here, and then going into my other full-time job. I still have to go into that a little bit. And I just see the truck house just sitting out there. It just makes me want to hit the road. But I'm committed to this. I'm going to knock it out. So just going to keep plugging away at it. Let's see. JC Van Ventures, what did you used to do for work before taking on YouTube? How'd you get out of the 9-to-5 grind? It's a good question, man. I have worked the same job for the last, since 2006. That's like 18 years, almost 17 years. I've worked teaching driving in Anchorage, and I kind of like walked up the ladder to where I'm running the company now, where I'm managing it. So fortunately, it's a small company and it's easy to take time off. So I always have 3-day weekends, which is when I do my YouTube stuff. But then you guys know I do try to do like a big road trip every year for like a quarter of the year, which I'm hoping to maybe do this winter. We'll see though. I do for my living. So I still work that job and do YouTube basically full-time. Might as well be full-time. And I'm trying to build this freaking house over here. So that's how I fund everything. But I tell you what, when I lived in that Toyota camper all those years, I had a full-time job in Anchorage, that driving job, teaching driving, and I would just move around to a new place every night and still work full-time. So if you want to just live the RV lifestyle, you can't necessarily get like super far away from one town, but you can definitely hold down a job and kind of live in a new place every night and then go take off on the weekends to enjoy yourself. So there's multiple ways to do it. Sorry guys, I got a whole bunch of comments. I'm just catching up here. Let's see. Medford, Oregon. I feel like I've been there before. That was, I think I picked up the diamond plate boxes or something down there. Let's see. Dave Griffin, begging for money to build your cabin. Yeah, not begging, man. I'm just, I don't know. If people want to contribute to stuff, to make stuff happen, then that's awesome. Definitely not begging. If you guys, yeah, I've actually get emails a fair amount with people just wondering how they can contribute to the channel to keep it going, because it's not cheap to go on all these adventures and do all these things. And like, I don't know, I've got like probably $8,000 or $9,000 in filming equipment. There's like costs in like this laptop. There's a lot of costs that go into doing the YouTube thing and providing content that people don't even think about, much less the man hours of me editing all this stuff and taking the time to create it. So it's I'm working for it indirectly in a different way, if that makes you feel any better. But if not, it is what it is. Let's see. East Coast Girl says rain a lot here in Nova Scotia. Yeah, I guess the weather's been, I mean, weather's always crazy, but it's been crazy around the States. They're having like another heat wave now, and the Northwest has been raining a whole bunch, so, or Northeast. Let's see. Luna Macy Dog said, get on the road. Don't tempt me. I would love to right now. I'm just cranking though. Justin's asking if I still talk to Brian. Yeah, it's been, I actually talked to him on the phone maybe, I'd say like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months. Seems to be doing all right. He's working on his property down there. If you guys don't know Brian, his channel is Off-Grid Backcountry Adventures. You guys can check him out. Pretty cool human to hang out with. Let's see, Luna Mesa saying, come down to the sand dunes in Colorado. Man, I wish. Aren't those on the, I feel like I've passed through those before. Maybe south of Durango or something like that. But anyhow, yeah, I want to talk to you guys about the next thing. I'm throwing a festival. It's free to the general public. It's in 2 more weeks, and this is the 16th annual festival. I've been throwing it for 16 years. It's called the 6 Mile Creek Whitewater and Bluegrass Festival, and it's held near the town of Hope. And I'm flying up a band from the lower 48 this year, so it's pretty crazy in the middle of like trying to host a band and book a tour for them and throwing a festival and building this cabin, working and blah, blah, blah. But if you happen to be in Alaska, the last weekend in July, if you Google 6 Mile Creek Whitewater and Bluegrass Festival, it'll pop up. And yeah, it's a pretty fun time. And it's free to the general public. And yeah, come enjoy yourself. It's all free camping. I've got like 4 live bands playing. Some crazy river races. I've got like kayak, pack raft, and pool toy races. And yep, that's coming up fairly shortly. And some of you guys asked before when Pops is coming up. He's going to come up in probably mid-August. His back has been really bad. Unfortunately, his health's been kind of going south a little bit. So he's trying to nurse that back right now. And hopefully if all goes well, he'll be up here fairly shortly, middle of August. And we'll be working on like the interior of the house together. Alaska Last Frontier Homestead. When you and Clint going off-roading? I don't know, man. I've got to watch my back. I've still got, I don't know. Last time I went out to Connect Glacier, I messed myself up for like 3 weeks. You probably know I like broke my back and neck, I guess 3.5 years ago now. So I've got to watch it with the wheel and stuff. It's pretty rough, unfortunately. At least in that Samurai. It's a beater. But yeah, I've been talking to Clint kind of on and off. Maybe he's watching right now. If you guys don't know who Clint is, go check out CT Mad Mod's channel on YouTube. He's a pretty cool human. Tony Solomon says, we'll see you there. Hopefully no rain. Man, it's been raining every day the entire summer, so hopefully we'll just get like a clear weekend right there. Yo, Brian, thanks for the holler, man. Appreciate that. I will spend that on a 2x6 on the next one. Time temp, it is 12:30 in the afternoon. Probably about 55 degrees. It's been pretty cold most of the summer. We haven't had much of a summer. Then you're asking about the Arctic entry in the second level. I don't know. I just feel like that's, instead of walking up through a basement through the house, I'd rather just walk out onto, like, into the living room so people aren't walking past bedrooms and all that stuff to get in there. So that's the reason for the second level Arctic entry. And also it's Alaska, so it's just nice to have an Arctic entry in general, or else you lose all your heat out of your house. It costs you money in the long run. So. Boom. Rita says you're hyperactive. I'm sure you're not lazy. I'm just crazy. Yeah, it's hard for me to sit. I just like doing stuff. I don't know. I'm sure a bunch of you guys are the same way. It's fun doing stuff. J-Ram says after the house is built, time for another Samurai. I don't know, man. I don't know if I get the time. Actually, Trey, I actually saw the Samurai I towed up to Alaska about, I guess this last week. It showed up to the Girdwood Forest Fair here in town, and it looks great. Like, Trey's done an awesome job with it. Let's get it pretty built up. Let's see. Hello, great lifestyle videos from Portugal. Nice. My grandmother was Portuguese. She's like from Portugal, so that's pretty neat. I guess my mom's like half Portuguese, so it's in the family. Can't remember what's I only remember one thing in Portuguese my mom used to tell me. It's fecha a boca. It's shut your mouth. That's all I remember. I probably practiced it at some point. A couple of you guys were asking about a road trip. It just depends. Like, at this point, I already don't have funds to finish building the house, so probably not unless YouTube takes off. I've been like really trying to crank hard and put a lot of time into YouTube and trying to produce like the best quality stuff that I can. I'm sure I could do better. You can always do better, but I'm hoping YouTube starts taking off again, so that'll help fund another road trip. But if not, it's realistically probably not going to happen. So we will see. Time will tell. But that's the YouTube algorithm. It's sometimes it takes you for a ride for no reason, and then it'll just dump you for no reason. So it's all just one big crap show. Eldon's asking what part of Alaska. I'm south of Anchorage, maybe 30 minutes or so. So it's kind of like south central Alaska. It's my favorite place in the state to live. Favorite part of the state, just because it's kind of centralized. So anything you want to do, it's just not that long of a drive away to hit all the different parts of the states. There's only 3 highways. There's like one highway that goes north, one that goes west, and one that goes east. So it's kind of in the middle of that triangle, that triad right there. Good place to live. Let's see, Nepsy's asking, how's the existing roof going to go into the new building near the tower? Basically, I'm gonna, do I have a picture of that? I feel like I don't have a picture, but I'm gonna pull it up here. Yeah, so if you guys can visualize it, here's the spiral staircase tower right there. Let me get another picture. It's a bad one. Give me 1 second here. Oh yeah, and these plans I've got, I actually thought of this house and designed it all by myself, but then and did to scale for everything, but then Sam wanted like plans, so just like structural plans, since there's a rooftop deck and a snow load. So I had to send him off to a freaking engineer, and but now it's all good. We got good plans now. So anyway, there's the spiral staircase tower. So what's going to happen is the rental house is going to be on this side, on you guys' side, and the roof line is going to kind of come in and just hit halfway, kind of halfway into the third floor. The rental house is just going to kind of tie in right there. So this will all be above, like the top of the rental house roof line is like right there. So all of this will be above everything, the deck and all. So hopefully that gives you a better idea what's going on. And if you guys just tuned in, I'll show you the outside of the house again, so you can kind of see it here in the plans. That's like a little view of what we're building out there. So you can see the Arctic entry right there on the second level. So where you kind of enter the house. You can also enter it through a side door in the garage down here. But we're on the second level right now. We're going to be bumping up to the third level and then onto the rooftop deck. So, and actually I can probably show you guys up here too, maybe. Yeah, maybe I can show you up here. Let's see. Take you off the camera here. Ooh, I'm gonna be careful with this foot. Sometimes I like get up too fast and I forget my ankle's all messed up. And twist around here. What's up, birds? What you guys doing? These guys just like live upstairs half the time. Yep. Anyway, here's the view out the window of the rental. It's a nasty day out, but ocean's like right out there. But here is the cabin. So this is the top, a second floor. So this is basically going to be like, basically the third floor. Think of it that way. The third floor starts right there. So it's already almost taller than the roof I'm in right now. So you can see the roof continues up just a little bit more up there into the loft. So, yeah, so the third floor is basically going to be significantly taller. The walls are going to go way above this house. And then the roof is 2 feet thick. And then the deck will be on top of that 2 foot thick roof. So it's going to be up there another 13 odd feet, if that makes any sense. And you can see those power lines freaking right there again. So that's what I'm having to remove with the electric company next week. Anyway, I forget what the question was now. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, never step on a 2x6 wrong. It still hurts. Let me get you tied back in here. Sorry, hold on 1 second. A little, the tripod here. Let's see if I can get this. Sorry, struggling. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. All right, we're back again. So what was the question again? So yeah, how's it going to tie in? It's basically going to come into that hallway is going to come across and tie in about, where is it? Right there. Kind of like the bottom, like the third floor, essentially the floor of the third floor. It'll tie in right there, and all of this will be sticking up above it. So thankfully I don't have to tie the top of the house in. That would be pretty gnarly. Try to catch up in some comments here. Let's see here. GRM saying crazy how that one ASMR video took off. Yeah, that was nuts, man. That was that's that whole YouTube algorithm thing. It's sometimes it just goes off for no reason at all. I mean, that was a slightly different style video for me. And usually when you try something slightly different on YouTube, YouTube doesn't reward you for it. It shuts you down. The reason being is because, like, let's say I produce a truck camper video and I'm putting out a whole bunch of truck camper videos, and YouTube, like, people like the video or whatever, and YouTube keeps sending out these videos to the same people because they like the truck camper content. And all of a sudden I send out like a bike video or something like that, and people don't like it, and then YouTube doesn't know what to do with it, doesn't know like where to send that out to, because it usually sends stuff out to truck camper people. So yeah, it's kind of risky to try different stuff on YouTube, unfortunately. Kind of sucks that they don't reward creativity, but that's what they do. Anyhow, yeah, that video is awesome. It's definitely helping me, like, I don't know, pay for some stuff in the house for sure. So I'd definitely be in trouble if that wouldn't have done so well. Saltzilla says rooftop deck will be super cool. Yeah, man, I am stoked. That's like the coolest part of this house is just like, I don't know, the rooftop deck's going to be like 32 feet in the air, the floor of it. So your head's going to be like 37 feet in the air. The top of the tower up there is like 41 or 42 feet. So she tall. It's going to be a heck of a view. And like I was saying, the ocean is right out my window out here. And then the river's right there. So it's a pretty cool spot to have a view. Gonna be pretty neat. Let's see, Nepsy's saying what to do about water drainage. Looks like the old roof goes right into the side tower. Yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky. I'm gonna build, I don't know if you do much roofing, if you guys know anything about roofing, but I'm gonna build something called a cricket. So it's like where the water hits the, slides right down into the wall. I'm gonna build like an angled thing. Can't even tell how I'm doing this on the computer or on the phone, but basically it just guides the water away from the wall, just like an angled sheet of metal, essentially. Then I'll have to waterproof that up, but that'll kind of guide the water around the wall. And since I got a rooftop deck, it won't be an issue in the winter because I can get up there and use a snow, like a super long snow shovel, snow rake, and keep that roof clear. So that should help in the winter time. Chuck T says, moving power lines, not cheap. Yeah, man, it's a whole ordeal. So when I got the permit to build 5 years ago or 6 years ago to build this house and that house, they're technically a duplex because they're connected. But the Muni approved everything, got everything surveyed, all was well. And we got up to the second floor of this house and started realizing the power lines are like definitely 7 feet away from the house. Like they're super close. And the reason being is because 25 years ago, the power company just put them on this land. They put them over the land. They didn't put them in the right of way where they're supposed to be. And so I called up the power company. I was like, hey, you guys have lines over my land. Like, I can't build my house. Can you guys move them? Or what can we do here? And they're like, nope, we have a prescriptive easement. We're allowed to be there. I'm like, really? Because you're like a quarter of the way into my land. Like, I literally can't build on my tiny little lot here. And I tried to do everything I could, but it's a power company's big and they got lawyers, and I wouldn't have won if I took it to court, even though they're on my land and don't have an easement. So yeah, I had to drop like, I don't even want to say it. It's like kind of $10,000 on a freaking, to remove like a power line. And the most frustrating part is that power line that's in front of the house, it goes to nowhere. It just dies right there. And I'm the last house, so there never can be power to any other houses past me. There's no land to sell. So there's no reason for it to even be in front of the house. So that's the worst part. But yeah, I had to pay them a whole bunch of money and they get an easement on my land, like a double whammy. But that's what I got to do. But yeah, if you guys go to build a house, first thing you should do is see if there's power lines over it and figure out your survey marker right then before you start building. I highly recommend it. Bob Sneed says, power lines going underground or rerouting wires? No, they don't have to reroute anything. They just get rid of these useless power lines overhead, and the power is going to come from basically right beside this cabin, so it'll be underground. Pretty much all the new power in Alaska has to be underground. That's what they're getting down to. Lil Hook says, awesome. Building your home place. We rent cabins in Blue Ridge, Georgia. No joke. Nice. I grew up in LIJ, Georgia, so I've been to Blue Ridge many a time. Down in the old Pink Pig barbecue restaurant. In fact, wait a minute. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure that I've got, I had some in here. Hold on one second to show you guys this. Get a kick out of this. There it is. Oh, it's not Pink Pig, but this is from this is my favorite barbecue sauce in the world. It's Oscar Pools, and they're from LIJ, Georgia, right there. So I'm sure you've been there. It's the Pig Hill of Fame. They have this big hill with all these kind of carved out wooden pigs, and you can put your name in a pig for $5, and they stick it on the hill, and they're all in the shape of a giant pig. So, you know, if you guys are ever cruising through North Georgia, check out Pools Barbecue. Probably the best you'll ever have. Alaska Last Frontier said, any plans for your band to play in the rooftop deck? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do I might do like, not necessarily our band, but just kind of host like a party slash show, kind of a private-ish concert. Obviously, you can only get so many humans up there, but maybe once a month in the summer times for sure. Doing little shows and stuff up there. It's in a cool spot. Dan's asking if I'll rent it out permanently or for short periods. I don't know, man. I'm struggling with that one. The town I'm in Girdwood here has an Airbnb problem. So what people do is people with a whole bunch of money, they come in here and like buy up all the houses, and then they don't live here and they Airbnb them. So there's a kind of a housing crisis in Girdwood. And I don't want to be a part of that, but I also would love to be able to keep this cabin for friends and family when they come up, like have it available, but then Airbnb it the rest of the time. So, and I did the math, I'd basically just have to Airbnb this 8 days a month, and that would be the same as what I'd get for rent anyway. So I'm probably in the beginning going Airbnb it. So, which is pretty cool, because then you guys, if you wanted to come up here to Alaska, you could literally Airbnb this here in Girdwood. So it'd be kind of neat. And I don't feel too guilty about it because I'm still contributing to Girdwood. I'm still living literally attached to this house over there. So yeah, I'm still, I'm going to make that decision once I finish the house over there though. Can Do says, time to put YouTube out of its misery. Help by searching for content by topic. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Or you guys probably get on YouTube and you'll see the same stuff recommended to you, kind of similar topics recommended all the time. So let's see. Saltzilla's been to Pink Pigs many times. Nice. I guess they're still open over there. Chris is asking if there's going to be a fire break. Yeah, I'm going to definitely put up some kind of rock board or something. It's kind of sketchy because then our freaking rental person could like accidentally set the freaking both houses on fire. So I'm going to mitigate that as we're getting to start doing siding and all that stuff. Luckily, the river's right down there, so the fire department just pulls up and sprays everything down really fast. Let's see. Greg says you guys get the same housing crisis in Minnesota. Yeah, I think that's all over the country. A lot of smaller towns that are desirable. They just have like Airbnb crisis everywhere. So, but I don't know. It's also hard to tell people what to do with their land. It's like if you own something, like you want to be able to do what you want with it. You want to be able to rent it out to who you want or rent it out how you want. So I kind of see like both sides of it, you know. Let's see here. Hello from Norway. Nice. Man, Norway's been on my list forever. I've always wanted to do some whitewater kayaking out there. Maybe one day. Nepsy's asking if I have plans for siding. If I can afford it, I do. It might be a Tyvek Castle this year. So I'm just doing everything I can afford to do just to like get it started and get it dried in, and just working and taking it from there, you know. Don't know how long it'll take, but I'm really, really hoping I can get siding up so the Tyvek doesn't just get ripped off the wall. So we get like crazy hurricane force winds. They come through here all the time because I'm like literally the closest house to the ocean out there. So it'd be really nice to get it buttoned up. Not with like button cap staples, but with some actual siding. Let's see. J Ram's asking if Alaska's rules are as strict for building as those in California. Probably not, I would say. The town I'm in actually is just land use, so you don't even have inspections down here. And we're still building to code just because, but yeah, there's no actual inspections or anything. Chuck T's asking the email address. It is truckhouselife@gmail.com, man. Truckhouselife@gmail.com. So yeah, that's you can reach me on there. Sometimes it goes to junk mail, but just give me a couple days and I'll try to get back to you in there. The hat is great, says Wiles Media. Thank you. I had these made maybe a little bit ago. Oh yeah, let me grab, hold on one second. Let me grab something for you guys so you can see it. Just be a minute. I even think about hats. Speaking of fundraising stuff, yeah, if you guys want a hat, we got these. So truck around and find out hats. I was just sitting around and thinking like, I need a slogan. And then yeah, just kind of, there's kind of a similar slogan like this. I can't say online or they'll shut me down probably, but this is like my iteration of it. So they're super cozy, nice and light. They're made by a company called Auto, right there, if you can see that. And yeah, if you guys want one of these hats, they help support the channel also. I have to ship and mail it out to you and all that stuff, but shoot me an email at truckhouselife@gmail.com. I'll just put them back there in the background. And yeah, one size fits all, super cozy. So yeah, hit me up if you want one, truckhouselife@gmail.com. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, I just lost the comments here for a second. Nepsy's saying to put temp strapping over the Tyvek. Yeah, I've got these button staples. It's almost like it's like the size of a quarter, a piece of plastic, and the staple goes through it, and that plastic kind of holds the Tyvek to the house instead of the Tyvek just like ripping off a little staple. That larger surface area is almost like a washer. It just kind of holds the Tyvek. So if I can't afford the siding yet, I'm just gonna button the crap out of the house this winter. So that's my backup plan, but I'd really like to get some siding on it if I can. RM says, hello from Texas, have a 5-year plan to move to Alaska. Right on. That's cool. Yeah, this place is special, man. There's nowhere else on earth like it, except for this summer where it's raining every day. But yeah, you won't go anywhere else in the world that feels as wild as this, honestly. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of places that feel pretty wild, but there's just so much wilderness up here. It just makes it feel like everything you do, like no one's ever been there before. Mike Klein says you can finish one level to live in and start running. Man, I wish. It's kind of like I got to go all the way if I do it, you know. Yeah, because I've got like my kitchen in the living room or in the main level, and then the loft is the next one up. And if I'm gonna do that, I have to run like all the plumbing. I have to run all the electric through it. I have to insulate everything all the way through. I have to get the heaters and the wood stove and the kitchen and the appliances and the countertops. And yeah, there's no way to like kind of halfway do it, you know. It's pretty much all or nothing. Yeah, Raven's saying Airbnb should do pretty well. Greenwood's beautiful. Yeah, it's yeah, I think I don't know. At least the first year, I think I want to do Airbnb. It just makes sense because yeah, I can like kind of check in on the place to make sure it's not getting totally destroyed by someone for a year or two. And I don't know. Usually it's just people moving some suitcases in and out a whole bunch, but I'll be right next door to help clean everything up. And then I can have it for like friends and family. Like my bandmates, we played a show last weekend, and they all came down. There's like 4 of us in here, and had some friends over too, like probably 7 or 8 friends on top of that. So we had like 15 people packed in this tiny little 12-foot by 16-foot living space, you know. And all my bandmates needed a place to sleep, so I was just like putting them up wherever I could, you know. Like one of them slept in my camper, and one on the couch, one in the chair, one in the spare bed. So it'd be nice having some space for sure. Mark Meadows asks if new cabin builds are going to have more than 2 heating sources. Yes, I'm going to have a wood stove for sure in the main living room. And I'm also going to have natural gas heat. And there's also in-floor heating. And I've never owned in-floor heating before, so I don't know if it's going to be able to, like the residual heat's going to rise enough to make it through all the levels. I'm going to assume it's not. But hopefully it'll heat at least the first level and keep the garage and pipes from freezing and all that stuff. So, and the reason I didn't do a wood stove in this is because it's the rental house. I don't want anyone burning this place down. So I did nice, safe natural gas stoves. Living right next door should help people from wrecking the place. Yeah, if there's a party, I'll know about it. I'll just walk over here and join it, I guess. Oh, man. Oh yeah, one of you guys was asking the help. So if I don't know if you're still around or not, but I have it's just me and my friend Sam building this entire place by ourselves. So Sam is just like a master carpenter. He's been doing it since he was 12 years old, and he just started a company, his own company, 2 years ago. But he's done it all, man. He's just really on it, knows what he's doing. Really precise and accurate. The name of his company is Ridgetop Builders. If you guys look up Ridgetop Builders in Alaska, if you need anything built kind of the South Central area, Sam is legit. He's on it. And I've only built the truck house and this house and helped my dad with like a couple random projects over the years, but nothing crazy. So I'm still learning a lot, but it's been pretty cool. And I'd say after I finish this, like if I wanted to build a house, I'd be able to do it, you know. Pretty cool feeling. It's fun learning. What was I saying though? Oh yeah, but yeah, it's that's the reason it's taken so long is because it's just me and Sam building this thing. Pops was gonna come up, but his back has been out, so he hasn't been able to help with all the framing and all that stuff. But he should be coming up in mid-August if everything goes well. Let's see here. You guys want to see it one more time? Yes. So for those of you guys that just tuned in, I'm gonna take you outside one last time really quick. Get another request. Kind of show you what it looks like. Go again. This happened, I guess it's a week and a half ago. I was stepping off a ladder onto a 2x6, and I didn't look down when I was stepping off the ladder, and there was like a little tiny chunk of 2x6. It's just a little, like maybe like half a foot around, and it was two of them nailed to top of each other, so it was tall. It's like 4 inches tall. And I stepped perfectly on the edge of that as I was stepping off the ladder and kind of coming down hard, like it was all black. And I still side. Let's step over here. Let's go down here so I can show you how they're connected. All right. There's the rental over here. And like I was saying, the permit I have is for a duplex, technically. So all you have to do is attach 2 living spaces together and it's a duplex. It's kind of funny. That's how it works up here in Alaska. So you can, this is just enough to walk through right there, but the houses are going to connect right there. And you can see, let me step back here. You can see the rental roof up there. And the main house roof, it's already taller than the rental roof hallway. So it's going to be super tall. It's going to be like a good, I'd say 15-ish feet taller than the top of this house where the rooftop deck is. So, and can't really tell, but out here is the ocean, the mountains and the highway and all. So it's going to be a killer view out there. Pretty stoked on it. But like I was saying, it's just me and Sam building this right now. So we're doing everything we can to knock it out as quick as we can. It just keeps raining every day. This is where the stairs kind of go up to the 3rd floor, which is going to be way up there. It's just 2 floors right now. Walk around to the front side. Step back far enough where you guys can kind of see. There is the front side right there. So you can see where the house is going to kind of pop out right there. So the Arctic entry is going to go right there. And you'll walk up some covered stairs down here onto a deck, walk into the Arctic entry, and then into the house. And you get these 2 big old windows right there. Let's go ahead in. This is the garage and the bedroom window right there. 10-foot tall garage, so nice and tall. Get a side door to get in right there. And a couple of big 4x4 windows, let a whole bunch of light into the garage. Wish I could make the screen wider. And then right here, you're gonna walk into the kind of landing area of the stairs, which wound up being massive. And you've got the 2nd bedroom right here. So walk into that. It's about 15 feet long, about 13 feet wide. So it doesn't look big, but it's pretty big. And the river is just like right out there, like 100 feet away. So when you go up, you'll be able to see the river down there. This is the other big bedroom window here. We'll view the mountains and stuff. Little 4G tower up there. This is the stair, what I thought was gonna be a really small space, but it's huge. It's like 10 feet by, I don't even know what, probably 15 feet. So I've got all this extra space for storage now, which is sweet. Storage under the stairs. We're gonna have the water heater and appliances and all that kind of stuff. And we're gonna go upstairs here. And there'll be a window at the stairs in the center all the way up, so that way it keeps light in the stairs, and they get bigger as you go up. Over here, you get onto the second floor, which is like the main floor. There's a rental house like right there. And right here, you're gonna walk into the living room. Pretty cool. You got all these big old windows. We're gonna have a couch against the wall here, couch against the wall here, and a couch there. It's a big circular sitting area, wood stove, maybe a TV and a swing arm there, we'll see. And there's where you enter the house, the door right there. There's so much water up here. I need to go get the drill holes in the floor. And over here is the kitchen, which is open to the living room. It's all one. There'll be a big island right there. Kitchen all against the wall. And the bathroom is right over there in the corner. 8x8 bathroom. And then you can see, now you can see the roof of their house. So the second floor, or the third floor of this house is already as tall as the rental cabin. So it's gonna go up another 10 feet and then a 2-foot thick roof on top of that. So the rooftop deck is gonna be killer. And then there'll be a spiral staircase tower that has to pop out above that. Oh, look how hard it's raining up here. Crazy. And then there's the power lines I was telling you guys about that I'm gonna have removed right there. They're literally like 7 feet away from the house, so we can't go building up any higher. So we get those down in another week or so. Anyhow, that's what we're dealing with. Go get out of the rain. Sorry, I'm afraid I haven't been able to see your comments here for a little bit. I'm hoping this rain ends tomorrow. Oh, and Sam just happens to have a crane, which is sweet. He lives right down the road from me, so that has been so nice to have. Just two of us dudes lifting all these super heavy 2x6 walls and sheeting and stuff. We wouldn't have been able to do it. Or we would have, it just would have been like slow and sketchy with the jacks. Woo, okay. Man, freaking nasty outside. Yeah, sorry. I've been reading comments for a little bit here. Ooh. Anyhow, I think I'm about to get back to work. I got a whole bunch of video editing to do, but just read like 1 or 2 more comments here. And then we'll move on to the rest of the day. Watching from Slovenia, no way. That's crazy. Go to bed, it's too late. Go to bed, Brita. Raining in July. Yeah, I know, man, this is the rainiest summer. I moved up to Alaska in 2002. I've never seen, it has rained the whole freaking summer. Like, I bet we've had, I'm gonna say maybe 7 days the entire summer where it was like sunny or partially sunny. It's been nasty down here, but I also do live in a rainforest, temporary rainforest, so there is that. Sherry's asking what happened to my foot. I stepped off a ladder about a week and a half ago, and when I stepped off the ladder, I stepped onto the edge of a 2x6 board and rolled the ever living hell out of my ankle, like really, really bad. Thought I broke my foot. I went in for x-ray. No broken bones, but you know, my foot was super swollen up, all black and blue and purple and yellow, and still can't move my toes. So I can move my big toe, but I'm having to build in that freaking foot cast the whole time, which kind of sucks. Anyway, I think I'm going to, I've got a whole bunch of video editing to do, so I'm going to head on up the loft upstairs and start getting some editing going. But thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. And like I was saying, I'm going to be doing videos every week like I always do. Half of them are going to be cabin build videos. Half will be truck house camping videos and adventure videos. But the truck house content's not stopping. It's the same thing. That truck house, the wood that built the truck house came from this cabin you guys are looking at now. So I've always had this cabin since I've had the truck house. So nothing's changing. But yeah, stay tuned this week. This week I'm going to have the next cabin update build video. It's a pretty fun one. We're working on it right now. But anyway, thank you guys for the support. And we'll see you again soon. I don't know when I'll live stream next, but there goes the bike. Later, everybody.